And I think that that's what the issue was. Like, people just don't automatically include Port Arthur rappers into Houston conversations. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's what South was saying. Like, South was trying to say that Bun is not from Houston, he's from Port Arthur. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't included when we say Houston rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Slim Thug reacts to the information that Bun B isn't strictly from Houston. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Alize. Don't forget to subscribe. So yes, if you're unfamiliar, I'll fill you in. Sauce Walker was on the Breakfast Club and he was speaking about how Drake does not support Houston artists, has never done, even though Houston is like Drake's second home after Canada. And while Sauce Walker was talking, he mentioned that Bun B is not strictly from Houston. He's from Port Arthur. Now this was a big surprise for a lot of people in hip hop because obviously we know UGK, Bun B, Pimp C, they've been repping Houston in their music for time. But one person who was very surprised was Slim Thug. He never knew and he's been talking. Check it out.
Bro, 6th grade is wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? If Bun say, man, I was born in the manor and we left 6 months later, all right, Bun, you a PA. Living to the 6th grade is diabolical, kid. Come on, you could have mentioned this to me one time, kid. You could have told me one time, hey, man, I used to live out. We shot, I ain't heard of that in Northwood Manor Park. My first album. He could have, while I had him on there with Skateboard P out there with me, we had Hype Week, the best video ever. I ain't mentioned, hey, I used to live down the street from here. Damn! They let me fight out by myself all these years, man. This is crazy. This is diabolical. Ain't that what the youngsters say? And I think that that's what the issue was. Like, people just don't automatically include Port Arthur rappers into Houston conversations. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's what South was saying. Like, South was trying to say that Bun is not from Houston, he's from Port Arthur. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't included when we say Houston rappers. You know what I'm saying? It's all Texas at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, I include Bun and Pimpton and Port Arthur. It ain't too far. You know, it's right down the street. That's pretty much what it is. Like, I'm going to say, I never knew that Bun was, you know, ever lived on the north side. I'm so happy to hear that now. It helps me with my south side arguments so much. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with UGK, Big Slim, Chamillionaire, Pow Wow, Mike Jones, J-Dog, we got y'all now, kid. It's over. The fight is over. If Bun B stayed on the north side in Northwood Manor until the 6th grade, is he a Houston rapper or is he a Port Arthur rapper? Which one y'all count? What y'all say? He from Houston? Cause is he from Houston or Port Arthur? I don't care where he from.
It's good.
Like, I wouldn't hate
It's
on
some rap
Bun
shit to
either
me,
way.
like,
I don't
you
give a
know,
damn. Let's even say this. How long has he lived in Houston since he's been Bun B? We could have been represented. UGK from the North is diabolical, man. UGK from the North is diabolical, man. Come on, OG Run, see? What we could have did with this information, man. Yeah, I would have saved so many arguments at school.
Yeah, fam. Slim Thug, I ain't gonna lie, Slim Thug was funny there. He never knew one of his big idols in hip hop was not from Houston, Texas. Still from Texas, and then, you know, he said Port Arthur is not far from Houston, so it's all kind of relative anyway, but strictly he's not a full-on Houston native. But he said he doesn't care where Bun B is from because Bun B is Bun B. It was funny though when he said there would have been a lot of arguments at school days, just the fact that Bun B's from Houston or not from Houston. But this isn't the first time in hip hop we've had this kind of debate. I remember like Prodigy from Mobb Deep, he reps Queens and Queensbridge, but he did not strictly grow up in Queensbridge. Same thing with like Corrupt, he's from like Philadelphia, but a lot of people don't realize, they feel like he's from the West Coast because he's obviously was on death row. Tupac grew up on the East Coast in New York and Baltimore, but most people think of him as a West Coast rapper too. There's even some people that say Dr. Dre didn't actually live in Compton. He's not actually from there. he's from just outside of Compton. It doesn't really matter in hip hop. Wherever you make your name, wherever you've been repping for the longest, people just accept you. I know this bit of information coming to light for a lot of people won't affect Bun B's legacy. But that's what Slim Thug had to say about Bun B not strictly being from Houston, or the debate of whether he's from Houston or not. But I want to know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's fresh hip hop opinion. Peace and love.